Former MSNBC host, Chris Matthews, is taking a swing at MAGA Republicans. Matthews goes after, quote, angry rural Trump voters and says that dealing with them is like combating actual terrorists. Take a listen for yourself.
People that didn't go to college have a pretty good rage on their hands. That's what you really want in an election is a rage. It can be black rage or white rage or rural rage. In this case, it's rural rage. They are so angry at the liberal establishment, the coastal elite. They look at people on television, they say, oh, those people on Saturday Night Live, those snarling rich kids, I know who they are. They're all trust funders. They don't have to worry about us. And the regular guy in the country goes, there they are snarling and making fun of us again. And every time we make fun of Trump, we're making fun of them. That's the weird, it's a weird thing. But in a way, it's like fighting terrorism. I mean, we think we just put the army in or Israel just puts the IDF in, they're going to solve the problem. It never solves the problem because you enrage people. And we did it with Afghanistan and we did it with Iraq. We enraged the enemy to the point where they're more fiery than ever and they hate us more than ever. Armies don't make peace.
Yeah, Nicole, one of the reasons why those Midwest people, the rural people, might be really angry is that they're being compared to Hamas and thought of and described as the enemy. It's like, what's going on with Chris Matthews?
First of all, isn't it just so liberal elite to call people who disagree with their politics as terrorists and just name call in general? I mean, we saw Hillary Clinton do that. We've seen the Biden campaign, the MAGA extremists. I mean, that's what they do. Polls are down and they name call and they compare you to terrorists. We saw it during COVID. Parents who were speaking out at school board meetings, they were also likened to terrorists. I mean, this is just an elementary school way of saying, no, we don't like you, we don't like you, we're going to name call. And unfortunately, this is why the working class has a problem with the ruling class.
Well, and Molly, it's even when we think about the divisions in the country and what the government, the DOJ calls Trump supporters, this is more than just pointing a finger and laughing or smearing someone. It's putting people into a context of being dangerous and the enemy, and that he refers to the army. How is this going to help our divisions at all or make them worse?
Well, it's mostly ridiculous and offensive to start. And I'll channel my rural rage. I grew up in, a very rural county, way in the top of the mountains in West Virginia. And I think I'm more likely to just laugh at this type of sentiment. It's old news. We've heard it a million times before in different places. But I think the greater issue here with that sentiment is that it absolves the Democratic Party of the challenges that they created into themselves. They created the policies that drove rural voters away and now try to say, oh, they're just mad because we're so smart. And the real case is that they have to kind of stand up and say, what can we do to win back that vote? It's something the president has tried to do. He's tried to make these trips out into the Midwest, into these rural areas, and to win back these voters. I don't know if it'll be successful because it's not so much rage. Voters are going to vote in their own interests. And if they don't feel like you're meeting what they need, they're going to vote. Their neighbors are going to change. It's one of the reasons we've seen West Virginia go so dramatically red in recent years.
Yeah, Kaylee, this really comes down to just not taking certain kinds of people seriously.
Absolutely. And listen, my in-laws are from the very, very rural Midwest, and I can confirm there is a lot of rage there when Ohio State loses to Michigan 3 years in a row. But again, the liberals have utter disdain for working and middle-class Americans. Some of them are bold enough to admit it on live television, like Chris Matthews or like Hillary Clinton in front of potential voters. But they all have this contempt for middle-class Americans, whether they're willing to admit it out loud or not. And some of them display it in other ways. I think of the framing around Bidenomics as another example of contempt for the middle class. The Biden administration's attempt to justify their horrendous economic policies, which have made working-class Americans poorer, and to tell them, oh, no, you guys need to just suck it up and be thankful that Donald Trump isn't around to send some mean tweets again. That's the message. And it's disdainful towards the Americans who are financially worse off.
And, I think, Joe, when it comes to media, if somebody on one of our panels started referring to a group of Americans as comparable to Hamas, someone else would chime in and say, wait a minute. Right? You'd have a debate. You would have that conversation.
Of course.
We don't see that going on when it comes to certain media.
It was bobblehead morning over in Morning Joe, apparently everybody's shaking their head along what Chris Matthews was saying. Common sense is like deodorant. The people that need it most never use it. And Chris Matthews is Exhibit A here because in 2016, the turning point in that election is when Hillary Clinton referred to Trump supporters as a basket of deplorables. And they missed the entire Midwest in Ohio and in Michigan and Wisconsin, that blue wall. They didn't get the sentiment because they live in these elite bubbles in New York and Washington. By the way, what is Chris Matthews doing on MSNBC so much? Wasn't he shown the door a couple of years ago for sexual harassment? Boy, I guess you get a do-over over across the street. Yeah, go figure. Look, here's the bottom line. He says that rural voters are angry. No. Everybody's angry. 78% of voters believe the country is headed in the wrong direction. That's an AP poll. An overwhelming majority think the economy is going to get worse. We've talked about crime. We've talked about the open border. We've talked about education scores being at a 30-year low, and the world seems to be on fire. Yeah, people are angry right now, and it's not just those who live in West Virginia or Wyoming.
Right. It is American rage. And to your point, they're going to have to start to address it so they have those conversations about why. That's the only time things are going to get better.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.